Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to another live stream. Today is going to be something a little bit different. We're going to be playing Pentiment from Obsidian. It feels like this audio is a bit loud. I'm going to go into the options and turn it down a bit further. Just do the music all the way down. Do it to there, I think. That'll do. Yes, I'm going to play with controller because it looks like you can, and find it more comfortable. Yeah, new game. Okay. This game uses stylus fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. Easy read fonts options improve legibility. I think I can read that, so we use stylized. Okay. Automatic save your progress as you play. Okay. This is an interesting looking game. You can play as like a cat, like a animated. What do you call it? Written one. Hello there, Spark. How are you doing? Sammy, how are you doing, mate? Let's rub all this out. Interesting looking game, this. It's all like illustrated and weird fonts and stuff. Okay, Adeline will be on soon. Okay, fair enough, thank you. Old school medieval music going in the background there. These are charts. Yeah, it looks like some sort of music score. I'm playing Pentiment. Like a medieval themed illustrate style game. I think it's got some like murder or something we've got to solve. I'm not 100% sure. I just thought it looked really weird and different. I was stuck for something to play, and I like Obsidian games, so thought I'll give it a go. Josh Scheuer, I think he did one of the Fallout games. Wrestling, Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire, something there. Artist sleeps. Okay. Artist's mind. Right. Well, the abbot said to me, Andreas. Don't you so we got a choice. Don't you distract me, sister, in the library. I need you to finish commission by the end of April. Keep conversations to Brother Piero with Minium. Go, need to finish the commission. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? This is Beatrice. Yes, you told me I had till the Ides of May. Can't remember when Ide is. That's all, and he's not going to pay you any more, is he? There's no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. The yield of labour should not be measured in coin, but in the personal satisfaction and self-improvement. So that's Socrates. Okay, he's a famous scholar, something. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? Mr. John, how did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I told him it would be done when it's done, sometime before the Ides of May. Thank Grabane. That's what I like to hear. What's he going to do? Find somebody else to finish your work before May? True, making enemies with the abbot may not be wise, but it needs your work. And the doing of the work is its own virtue, regardless of what the abbot may think. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you have finished both the abbot's work as well as your own masterpiece. Then you return to Nuremberg. Okay. I can't interact with this apart from per se. Nuremberg, where your marriage and your new life as a master will await you. Yes, marriage somewhere is never met, hardly ideal. It's an arranged marriage. But the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. You should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? Okay, so we've got a choice of things again. What my brother said in his letter, but he may just be trying to lift my spirits. It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? And I always dream of this place, your majesty. Of course, if you're not here tomorrow night, I pray you'll be some place pleasant. So this is all in his head. Gawain, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. What? That was weird. Pay my 9 to the other fools. Okay. This is just weird. I never do. Ow. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Which way are you going? The Jester crew, indeed. The fools, Andreas, no point trying to teach them anything. I know John wants to endure the abbot's shit, but Did I take you home? I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. Be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. There's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. It stepped on my foot again. Yeah. Would you please sit? Give up. Take me home, Gawain. So I think the writing, the text, like font, is supposed to change depending on people. Good morning, Ursula. See here, text is a lot scruffier, harder to make out because she's a child. Go, Andres. Good morning, Andres, I bet. Time to get up. The Baron, April 1518. 3 more pages back to the Abbey. Okay. We should clean this up. The Picatrix, Kia Solomon, the Heptameron, Payaf, Baron. That reading type variant keeps me giving me all these books to read, okay? Not tired yet. Downstairs. Very different way of doing a book, about doing a game. X is quests. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. Need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. I got a map. Okay. So we're down the bottom and we need to get to the Abbey up top. A list of people, Fennec and Piers. And glossary. Okay. Ursula. Andreas. Okay. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Writing's much more scripty. Flowing. Quite well, actually, thank you. I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, he'll be off soon to the Abbey. I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some rye. You'd like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. So we've got another guy, Otto. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. Oh, this must be our food. You are Andres. It's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Andreas, it wouldn't be too much trouble. Could could we? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? If we raised it by 2 groschen. Groschen? Hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. So it scratches it out and changes it if it's wrong. 2 months behind. He is losing his hair over it even more than usual. Can't promise anything, I'll see what I'll do. Also, I understand, I hate to even ask you. Taxes get hard to pay each year, Peter works hard, it just never seems to like it's enough. St. Luke, bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent working for the Abbey. Only during the Divine Office that my friend allows me to work on my masterpiece. Reasonable restriction, but I'm going. The council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show my clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I'll go back to Nuremberg, where I'll marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after all. After some wandering. It's rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know it's what I must do. Well, you know, not too many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in passing. I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. The masterpiece must be wonderful. Hard to say until it's done. There's no way to think about it. Must be sure it'll be a treasure when it's finished. I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. They sailed to Ducks for us. Of course, until later, Clara. A lot of talking in this. Bam. Morning, Andreas. It's Big Yorg. Morning, Big Yorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. Bit rock with plough, and it took me Lord knows how long to put it off. Go to the Abbey. Yeah, it's a different story, so it is good. A lot of reading. I think that's just the type of game it is, which isn't a bad thing. Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. Been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your Wonder year before you came to Tassin? You pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Doesn't hold to confirm your choice. So we've got Basil. No. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich and Freiburg. Others. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent, Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice and Milan. I'm going Italy. Yep. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy, no wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10-15 years. Don't think I have that long, Big Yorg. You spend all your time in Italy doing anyway. Other than art, I mean. Okay. Some more background stuff. Hedonist. Takes out pleasure where he goes. Extremely social. Quite experienced in all joys. Craftsman. Work and dedicates time to his art. Bookworm. Spends non-working time, free time, finding and reading as many books as possible. Rapscallion. Venture for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes and fast fights. Businessman. Self-promotion, optimizing business expensive. I'm just gonna go hedonist. Social and spreads in a vices. Give him a bit of vices. Tell you women are beautiful and the wine is exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. When that priest tells to emulate the lives of the saints. Maria Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Peter shouts Jorg. Anyway, gotta get going. Jorg, let's go. It's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Town Commons. Should we talk to this guy? Andres. Hello, Andres. Doesn't have much to say. Where's that map? Okay, how do I get to the map? Yeah. So we go right and then up. That should get us there. Okay, load of sheep in the way. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. It looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, your cousin. Harmonia, Andreas, excuse us, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Martin, idiot, are you going to help them? Yeah. So I've upset him. Mind your own business, I said. Martin, that's enough. Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother. Look, there's something going on at this diner's place. Hey? Who's that? The horse looks rich. Don't know, Martin, but Lucky's giving him a earful. Hey. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johan pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind Stonemason's anger. You didn't think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. You don't have enough to deal with right now. Grace, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up that road, then we need to get these sheep under control. Boss, see you later. Good luck. So we can carry on going this way, alright, now? I'm gonna go Church and Druckers. What? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? So that was like typing on a typewriter. Is my camera out? What's that? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. A few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You're still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You need to see the new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I didn't realise Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andres. He's not that strict. He's just trying to protect people from heresy, which manager adventure stories are questioning moral repute. Heresy? Sure, why not? Some people publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. Heck, doesn't much with that one. I know it. At least it doesn't have to deal with him much. Supper the night after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Great. Tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. God bless, Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. Going quite well. I'm just on my way up to the hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Just stayed up to make it up to you this Sunday. You have to make a promise to me, but your salvation is contingent on the... Alright, what a day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, and a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly, and I wish all your neighbours was as welcoming. Ah, yes. We'll bring you back to our little town. My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. Spent a few days in Innsbruck. It was terribly dull. I mean, it had a certain charm coming to these alpine cities. The place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor... Was he there? Did you see him? Not briefly, but he was sitting on for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him. Or the painter. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. These artists still produce wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god of its father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead and make a visit to Kiesau. Father Matthias died shortly after the last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of Thoria Sve, and he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. It must be off. There will be enough to discuss this past later. Commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey throughout Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. My lad, if you have come to see your manuscript, please speak with young Master Mailer here. Not quite a true master yet, I still have to marry and be approved by the City Council. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. In the next few months he is also helping the Abbey's scriptorium. Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518. We should talk, Andreas. I must know your story. Surely my lords would find a little entertainment companionship in me. We get to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. Okay, that wasn't the right choice, obviously. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Excellent on the screen. It seems to be being weird. Nope. I'm at supper at Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Is the Abbot invite Ma? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after the vespers. What's going to refuse us? Aye. Excellent. See you then. Klaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us. Take the horses to the Abbot's guest house. Like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. Once, my lord. Then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came back to my vacation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! Same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Says things about the church that should have been said years ago. They get him to trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he's a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree, so I think that got him on our side a bit. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. What if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him? Perhaps they have even read the list of 95 theses against the church. Theses? Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. Hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. Enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ah, no, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all sorts of books and tutors as a child could dream of. With all knowledge and from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, everyone in between, and yet to come. I'm just a Baron. He seems well read as a university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. How then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am of this. Okay, just had an owl thrown at me. There he is. Go over there. Truth, I'm simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. Started working toward the doctorate, but didn't finish. That's a shame. What was your area of study? Okay, so we've got to choose something else here. Background. Okay, so theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Basics of fractured system of laws govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Familiar with basics of human biology. Thinking imperial law. Yeah, go imperial law. Why not? Law, I suppose. I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Never had much interest in the subject. Honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire has such a mess of jurisdictions, Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law nonsense. Drive years on Monday for somebody who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz, Rothbell, Gill. Urchter's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. These rustic communities display shocking lack of hospitalities, don't you think? Say nothing. Well, what early time in university, every student must study trivium and quadrivium. Yes? You have a favourite subject? Okay. Strong command of Latin grammar. We can easily recall sentence, antique quoted words, wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Instantly thinks through the implications of information, he receives it, and is adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Skilled rhetoric at university, he's a skilled teacher, persuader and public speaker, occultist. There is no soul endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge, alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy and various magical rites, heaven and earth, we go about constellations, heavenly bodies. I think a logician or orator. Logician. Logic, geometry and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the organon for the logic and Euclid's elements. The geometry. The past few centuries have yielded wonderful texts on logic. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. The Englishman William of Ockham gives the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against the Platonic realism. Wow, that's complicated. Of course, Thomas Aquinas gives the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course. A great deal of work to force Aristotle fit within the Church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? The question that the great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the Church established by fiat and force. With your other studies, were you doing anything else you excelled at? Okay, so we've got to choose another one. Orator. Art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. I assume you studied Greeks and Romans both. It's Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but the Christian thinkers Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Should we have less use of public discourse than the senators did in the Roman Republic? The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards the Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invert your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid though, suppose an artist had little use for rhetoric, especially in such a place as this. True, rhetoric is also an art. In the other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It be practiced as easily in the streets of Ruotine as the Curia of Rome. But there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and Father Matthias said to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know the Kiosau at all? My family have been patrons of Kiosau, but I don't know how long, many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kiosau had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented. A bit old-fashioned. Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. As my friends think, I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But well, my family have patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong now to stop. There's still talent here. Commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by checking its progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. Do not know the artist. I do know the artist well. The venerable brother Piero. Oh, venerable. Still has the wits and skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour. I very much look forward to seeing it. A lot of talking in this. Fellas, tend to the horses and baggage and heading up to the abbey. It's my log. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Who they are? Nuns. Quite unusual for the Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Church closed most of them centuries ago. Then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. She seems to recognise you, do you know her? We're acquainted, yes, let's leave it as that. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, Baron of Roughgirl. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so, I'm not good in remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord. I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. Just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I'd like a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. That's advance for payment. Of course, Father. No. But you're taking this out of me, it's not my problem. Should ask him about the advanced Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could convince Brother Matteo to pay me early. Okay. Find a way to get paid. It's a shrine. It's a Covent Garden. Lower Abbey. Church. Cloister. Okay. Scriptorium's over there. Garden, shrine. We just go in here. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord gives us... It's all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. It's the cloister, that's the crypt. Our dorms. Old Bailey. Theo. God bless you, Andreas. How's this sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. You can go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favour to ask you. Yes, Andreas? Give me pay for the... I'd like to collect my wages. Frederick hasn't informed me that you finished any new manuscripts. You paid on completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. Abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for KSR but for Singh as well. The Master is pressing, Brother Matthew. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well, do not ask this of me again. Ooh, we did it. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Friar Fenric. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Okay, but I'm back. Right now I need to put what parent can. I can give it directly to make sure she receives it. I'll put it on the table this evening. Give it to it directly. You think you're doing, Brother Melee? Stay innocently. Stay away from the sacristy. No, you're not allowed in there. Of course, my apologies. Thank you, Master Melee. Okay. Where am I supposed to be going? And I gotta go down, maybe? Old Bailey? I'll try in there. Now. Yeah, so we're in the right place now. What's this? Dormitory, church, scriptorum. What's this other one? Cemetery, scriptorum again. Here's house. Let's scriptorum then. Okay. Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, Brother Guy? Fine. More contracts for the abbot. You would rather be making contracts on manuscript. I usually don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbot and the priors both. You're lucky when you're done with this, you're going home. Never go to see Burgundy again. Need to make the best of the next 40 years. Then I'll leave you to it. Okay. Adoc. Bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, Brother Adoc? All well, I think. Or Mill, is that? I'm well. Well done, my son. It's early. I'll give you a harder one later. Forward to your anagrams, Brother Adoc. Literal mutt. Ah yes, until then. Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. Don't like this weather. My bones ache and it means a storm is coming. Big Yard Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. The ADOC has been here long enough that he always smells them coming. You forget, brother guy. Great of youths who jeered age prophet Glitchy outside of Bethel. You're comparing yourself to a prophet, brother ADOC. And comparing you to an impudent youth from whom the Lord, in his infinite wisdom, may choose to strike down. You're too sensitive to guys' jokes. I'm old. Grace. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. I pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Pierre Fenwick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rutherford had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Fenwick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like rough Vulgal. Pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot, and our prayer only speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Yeah. And rough Govel manuscript. Just realised that you want to see his manuscript. Oh, slavery, of course. That's why he's visiting. Perhaps you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Yeah, someday you'll be in different places. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to visit weight like anybody else. Grace Baron Ruffvirgel is not like anyone else. His powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Friesting. Riasau is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, Fenwick isn't here. I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. That's right. I need some reference to the Mauer manuscript. Do you want a dress? A book in the Mauer manuscript. Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? No, because I was dreaming of you. Could I just get the book? It's all that way upstairs. Can't you get it without me? Without it. Sorry, but I really need to reference it for my work. Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Is there Illuminata? Grace needs to find the book and I don't know where it is. Address? This is Illuminata. I'd like to borrow the Indemauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I have heard. Here, please return it promptly. Yes, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, composition is lovely. It's joyful spirit to arrangement of the figures. Contrast of colours is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but overpowering the scene. Doesn't feel right, and I don't know why. Excellent interpretation of someone else's work. I don't like doing more work than I have to. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from in the Mauer manuscript almost exactly. So sure that I haven't improved on it. Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. November should show presents leading the pigs to the forest to forage on the acorns before the slaughter. Rest. The peasants here no longer allowed to forage for acorns in the forest. The great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. Difference does make this is the way November is painted. It's not the new way November is. That is an illusion storytelling, but in their most sublime form. These images illuminate past the truth. It's important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay for truth. It's with God's grace, this book of ours will outline us all, outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into lines and paint to see a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions, they are just thoughts of an old monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptura anymore. Truth, this room is a place out of time. Does it make you sad? Admit I'm still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. Creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries, so be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read. Doing so, be brought to truth. I think you're always a place for artists like you and Brother Adoc. Brother Guy. Can say Andreas, but you need not be concerned with me. I have lived long life and happy to have served the Lord. If he calls me, I am ready. Okay, so it's just a passing of time. Weird representation of it. Where's the time gone? Is it already... Yes? Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honouring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. What's he doing? What's going on here? Okay, I think this will be a good time to end. It's only going to be a short stream. I wanted to try this game out, and my arm's so far above the... Then there. It goes all the way up there. I don't know what I'm gibbering about. Yeah, I wanted to try this game out and see what it's like. It's a bit interesting. Very strange. Nothing as much has happened too much so far. I may play it a bit more, but may not. I don't know yet. But as always, thank you for watching. Yeah, it is strange. It is strange then. I'm going to have to have a good think about what I'm going to play next time. So I've finished the games I have been playing and I don't know what to go for next. That's for another time. That's for me to think about. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Yeah, you too, Sammy. You too. See you soon.